Good evening, everyone. So, welcome to this beautiful evening. I hope you all had a nice day. Today, we are going to talk about Agnya Chakra. And those of you who are here for the very first time, I would like you to just raise your hands, or there's a reaction here below. You can just mark it so that I know how many of you have joined for the very first time. I can see some familiar faces. Okay, no worries. Let's start. So if you're here for the first time, you can see how I do it. I'm going to raise my energy, my Kundalini energy, and put myself into an aura. So my left arm in front and right arm goes around. And let's tie one knot. And now, second time, two knots. And one more time, and three knots. We do it 3 times as there are 3 channels. And now 7 times with the right hand, we bring it on the left side and like an arc around us, over our head, with our attention inside, in a gentle mood. Let us keep our eyes closed and bring ourselves, our attention inside our being, distancing ourselves from all the activities, all the movements, and all the thoughts of the past and the future. We can do this by breathing, and let's breathe a few times very gently from our stomach, inhaling, and then we hold, and then we exhale. When you exhale, let your stomach go in. When you inhale, it bloats. So, with your eyes closed and palms open on your lap, bring a nice smile on your face, in your heart. And let's observe how we feel on top of our palm and our top of our head. We can just check, is it warm or cool? So today we are going to work and meditate on this chakra, which is the Agnya chakra. We can do rest of the meditation having mother's picture, but just in the beginning, you can observe, especially if you're here for the very first time. Let us put both our hands towards Mother Earth. If you're sitting on a chair, you can just drop your hands very loosely, comfortably. Keep your spine straight and let there be a connection between your head and Mother Earth. We can humbly ask Mother Earth to absorb all the imbalances we may have absorbed knowingly or unknowingly. And let go without thinking of anything in particular. Like a child completely surrendering to Mother. Now let's bring our hands back on our lap. Ask if you can put Mother's picture. Let us put our right hand on our heart on the left side. becoming more conscious of this organ that works tirelessly, nourishing each and every part of our body. And slowly and steadily, let's move our attention deeper core of our heart, where resides the spirit, our true identity. While doing so, let us also have our attention on the top and let our heart be connected to our Sahasrara. Let our brain and our heart be connected. And let us have a desire to connect with complete joy and reverence for ourselves, that each one of us has this beautiful being, beautiful energy, and we are not really just mind, body, all the miseries, attachment. We can bring our hand back. Now let's make a check. How do you feel about yourself? How strong is the connection, is the desire to connect to our own self and to our Kundalini Mother, who's nourishing us all the time. So 3 times, let us try. Bring our right hand just in the front and we move our hand slowly, bring it up. And we can say Om. anything. So once our heart is open for ourselves, feeling nice, feeling connected, joyous in our heart, just for our own presence on this earth, we can now take our attention to our Sahasrara. It's a top chakra here, and this chakra supplies to our brain, and this is a point on the top which actually is connecting to the all-pervading power. And that power nourishes us. But at the same time, we are using our mind so much as soon as we open our eyes in the morning, at home, at work. So let us connect our heart and our Sahasrara a few times to our attention so that no thought of any kind is important in front of our own well-being, our own spiritual journey. Now, let's put our right hand on our forehead. We can bend our neck a bit. Press from both the sides. And from our hearts, let's say, I forgive myself and forgive everyone. we can bring our hand back with our eyes closed. A few times we can say hum, 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 hum. We can reaffirm to ourselves, to our heart, to our mind, that most beautiful experience is to be connected to our own being, our own source of all the power that we have. We are all intelligent beings, so we should be very clear that it's only in thoughtlessness, absolute thoughtlessness, no thought of anybody or the past or the future, that we can experience our true self. We can listen to Shri Mataji's talk while staying in this meditative state.
We cannot meditate, we only can be in meditation. When we say we are going to meditate, it has no meaning. We have to be in meditation. Either you are inside the house or outside the house. You cannot be inside the house and then say that now I am outside the house. Or when you are outside the house, you cannot say I am inside the house. In the same way, you are moving in three dimensions of your life, of emotional and physical and mental being. You are not inside yourself. But when you are inside, that you are in thoughtless awareness. then not only that you are there, but you are everywhere. Because that is the place, that is the point where you are really in universal. From there you are in contact with the principle, with the Shakti, with the power that permeates into every particle that is matter, into every thought that is emotion, into every planning and thinking of the whole world. You permeate into all the elements that have created this beautiful earth. You permeate into earth. You permeate into Akasha, into Teja, into sound. But your movement is very slow. Then you say, I am meditating. That means you are moving in permeation with the universal being. But you are not moving yourself. You are just unloading yourself to be free from the weight of things that do not allow you to move. When you are in meditation, you must allow yourself to be in thoughtless awareness. There the unconscious itself, the achetana itself, will take charge. You will start moving with the force of achetana. The unconscious is going to work it out. It is going to take you there where it wants you to go. You keep to thoughtless awareness all the time. Try to keep to thoughtless awareness as much as you can. When you are in thoughtless awareness, you must know that you are in the kingdom of God. And His people, His arrangements, His consciousness is going to look after you. Even when you are giving vibrations to other people, I have noticed that you are not in thoughtless awareness. If you give vibrations in thoughtless awareness, you will not catch it. Because all these entities that enter into you, all these material problems that come into you, come when you are in those three dimensions. Through Sahaja Yoga, you have opened your gates of your own being. You have entered into your own kingdom. But you do not keep there, you come out of it. And again you go back and settle down. Doesn't matter. You should not feel so disappointed about it, so frustrated. You know, people have worked for thousands of years and they could not separate themselves from themselves. Only you people, the Sahaja Yogis, whom are made after the pattern of Sri Ganesh himself, are so powerful that they can give awakening and realization to other people. Even if you are caught up, you have seen you have powers. Even if you feel that the vibrations are not coming, you know you have powers. You can give realizations to others. In your presence, people get realization. But you have to be that power completely. Supposing there's something wrong with your car, but as long as it is moving, it's all right. You have to repair it. We have to repair all the time all our wounds, which we have caused ourselves by our foolishness, by our lust, by our greed, by so many false identifications we carry with ourselves. We must have a complete attention towards our weaknesses and not towards our achievements. If we know what are our weaknesses, it's better that we can really swim across better Supposing on a ship there is a hole and the water is coming in through that hole. The attention of all the crew, of all the staff and the captain itself will be on that hole from where the water is coming in and nowhere else. In the same way, you must be on the watch out. There are so many pitfalls for a Sahaja Yogi, I have seen. Of course, even the past is over. Even the past can be overcome. In the present also, they have many shadows of the past working. For example, when you are sitting in a group, you are involved with each other. Those who are involved with each other by any relationship whatsoever must know that this kind of involvement is not going to help them to attain their individual ascent. Everybody is ascending individually, though you are collectively contacted with each other and in communication. But the ascendance is individual, absolutely individual. So whether he is your son, brother, sister, wife, friend, you must remember that you are not responsible for their ascendance. You cannot help them for their ascendance. Only Mother's grace and their own desire, their own effort to give up all that is three-dimensional will help them. So whenever a thought comes like that, you must know that you have not attained the thoughtless awareness in its full extent. And that's how you have problems which are three-dimensional. Sometimes a Sahaja Yogi will find an emotional will come into his mind. It will be an emotion of dejection or frustration, and he'll be disgusted with himself or with others. Both things are just the same. I've seen some Sahaja Yogis get very disgusted with others. There should be no disgust that is lasting. Of course, for a short time you might feel a disgust, it's alright, it's a passing phase. Or you might feel disgusted with yourself, maybe a passing phase. But if you go on hankering on to it, or if you go on clinging to it, that means you are conditioning yourself. That means you are not in thoughtless awareness. That means that you are in your past. You are making your past a solid mass on your head. In the present, everything is fleeting. Everything is fleeting. That is not eternal. In the present, the eternal stays. The rest all drops out. It's like a moving river which doesn't stop anywhere. But the moving river is eternal. The rest of the things are all changing. If you are on the eternal principle, all that is not eternal changes and drops out, dissolves and becomes non-existent. We have to understand our own dignity.
So before we raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into Bandhan, let us also wrap ourselves with this very clear conscious desire to know that we are not this body and mind, but we are an eternal bliss and peace. Each one of us are eternal bliss and peace. Now let us raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into Bandhan as we did in the beginning. I hope you can hear me clearly. So I just want to give one example of yesterday before we go into the breakout room. I think it is important that we realize, I mean, we all know that we live in a very difficult world. We work long hours and we deal with difficult people. That's a reality, right? Especially at work. Um, so yesterday I had a very difficult some one-to-ones, and my mind was buzzing like anything. And as a result, my sleep got affected. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was a bit amazed about my this reaction in my mind, my brain, I can say. And I was telling myself, no, 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 I'm not this mind. I'm not this ego. My ego is reacting. I should calm down. It's not important what I spoke, what the discussion I had at work. Um, and nevertheless, it did impact me, you know. So this morning I had a lovely meditation. We do collective meditation at 6 o'clock. And after that, I slept very well. I saw a beautiful dream, and I woke up with like a child. And when I'm like a child, and this freeness, free energy, which doesn't attach to anything, anybody, um, it feels like you are living a true life. So the difference between when we have a lot of thoughts, something, some person or something becomes very big, and the same thing doesn't remain big when we feel free. So I would like to talk. I would like you in the breakout room to discuss how do you actually handle when every now and then you come across a difficult person, difficult situation. Does it take days, weeks to deal? Um, what happens? Because we are not talking about it. Um, and many of us don't know how can we shift. And I think the best practice I feel with meditation is not only when you go deep when you're meditating, but you feel the depth and the support of your own heart, of your own being when you're not meditating. So in the breakout room, we'll have it just for 10 minutes. If you like talking to the person in the breakout room and you want to stay connected, please take their number so that you can talk to them later on, arrange a time. But as human beings, I think we should open up and say, you know, this is a challenge I face, and this is how I manage it. Because you know, when in Sahaja Yoga, especially when we meditate and we feel cool breeze and we feel a thoughtlessness. That thoughtlessness, the idea is to continue that thoughtlessness. um, I would say, we don't remain thoughtless the whole day. We do have thoughts, but at least the thoughts are positive. They are more less crazy in our mind. I can say, I would say less crazy. There is more humility and appreciation and all that. So, Asti, if you can create a breakout rooms just for 10 minutes, thank you.